Hello, everyone. Welcome to session 5 of the PySpark series. So, in this session, we will understand two things basically actions and transformations in PySpark, okay, in Apache Spark, and the interconvertible nature of higher level APIs, okay. So, let's first start with actions and transformations. So, in Apache Spark, if we see, transformations are lazy. Okay. Just remember actions are not lazy. Okay. Now, what do we mean by lazy? It's definitely the same as per the meaning, okay, of lazy that we know. Okay. Lazy means like it is staying as it is, not doing anything. Okay. So here also it's the same. Transformations are lazy means whenever we run any transformation in Apache Spark, nothing happens as in there is no data materialization that happens. Okay, nothing is returned to driver. Okay, driver returns nothing. What happens is it just creates the execution plan in the backend. It just creates the steps. Okay, for example, if we see, let me create one data frame. Okay, let me create not this one. Yeah, let me create this data frame. So this is standard data frame reader API. If you see, so let me create employee df. Okay, spark.read.format employee schema we have already created using struct type approach. Okay, header we are saying true. Okay, employee df. Okay, now here. So I said transformations are lazy. Okay. First, we'll see what are transformations in PySpark. Okay. Transformations in PySpark. I'll give few examples. So we have uh, filter. We have with column. Okay. We have with column renamed. Okay. These are few select transformation, select expr. Okay, expr, etc., etc. These are transformations in PySpark. Transformation as in as soon as we run any transformation, all this transformation we will see in upcoming session how to use them, okay, where to use them. But just remember when we apply any transformation, so this data frame we have read, okay, on this data frame, if I apply any transformation, it just creates the steps, I would say. On a high level, we can call it steps. It is called execution plan. It just creates the execution plan in the backend. Okay. And that's why it is lazy. Lazy means not doing anything. Okay. Actions are not lazy. Actions are not lazy because when we call any action, now let's first understand what are actions in PySpark. Okay. Actions in PySpark. So we have display, right, as we have seen here in uh, Databricks, we have show, okay, we have count, okay. Uh, take take is action that is used when we are using RDD, okay. So these are the actions. Write is also action, okay. Just understand wherever we call an action, it executes the complete steps, complete execution plan that it creates when we are using transformations. Okay, so remember transformations are lazy, actions are not lazy in PySpark. We will see all these actions and all these transformations in upcoming sessions. Okay, fine. Now, one another topic I wanted to cover here is higher level APIs. So basically, we have already seen here in Apache Spark, we have Spark Core APIs, we have RDDs, right? We work at higher level APIs. We generally work at data frames level, Spark SQL level. Okay, so we have two higher level APIs, basically data frames and Spark SQL, and both data frames and Spark SQL are interconvertible. Okay, if any data engineer is very comfortable to work with data frames, they can go ahead and work on data frames. Okay, if someone is aware of SQL and they are not aware of PySpark that much, they can go ahead and work on Spark SQL. Okay, so we will just understand how we can work. Let's say I have data frame and how I can convert that data frame to Spark table. Data frame to Spark table. And Spark table we can use simple SQL, okay, to work with Spark table. Fine, fine. So employee DF, I have this data frame. Okay, let's see how to convert this data frame to Spark table. Okay, now here we have four options basically. First option, create global temp view. Okay. Second, create or replace global temp view. Okay. Third is create or replace temp view. And fourth is create temp view. Now I'll explain you each one by one. First is create global temp view. Okay. Global temp view is this temp view can be used across multiple Spark sessions. Okay. If you have multi-user environment where you have multiple Spark sessions and multiple users want to use this temporary view we are creating, you can create global temp view. Now, why create or replace global temp view? It is because let's say you have created one global temp view. For example, let's say employee, okay, and you are again creating that. So that will give you an error. Okay, that will let do it. I'll show you. Yeah. So now it is performing Hive catalog operation. Okay. So it has created a global temp view that will be accessible. Temp view as in Spark table it has created. Now, again, if we go and create this global temp view, it will throw an error because this view already exists. See, cannot create a temporary view employee because it already exists. Okay. So in such cases, we use create or replace. Create or replace. Okay. So if that global temp view is already present, it will just replace that. Okay. It will just replace that Spark table. Okay. Then we have uh, next option dot create or replace just temp view. Create or replace temp view and create or replace create uh, temp view. Okay. Now it is again the same. The difference between create and replace temp view and create and replace global temp view is this global temp view we can use across multiple Spark sessions. This temp view we can use only for the session in which it is created. For example, this Spark session, the current Spark session, I have created this view. I'll be able to use this view only for this Spark session. Okay. Let's say I'm creating employee one. Okay. So this is the difference. Let me write it down here. Create or replace temp view. Create, for example, create temp view. Create temp view. Okay. Then there is create or replace global temp view. Okay. And then create global temp view. Right. So what it will do, it will create Spark table which can be accessed, within one Spark session. Within one Spark session. Okay. This will also create a Spark table which will be accessible within Spark table within one Spark session. But if we try to create the same view again, it will throw an error. Okay. And here, sorry, if we try to create the same view again, it will not throw an error. It will not throw an error. It will replace. it will replace the existing table, right? That is the difference between create or replace temp view and create temp view. Now let's understand again create or replace global temp view. Okay. So it will create Spark table which can be accessed across multiple Spark sessions. Across multiple Spark sessions. Okay. And yep, this will be for create or create temp view, right? Yeah. Sorry, it will create Spark table which can be accessed multiple sessions. If you try to create a symbol, it will not throw an error. Yeah, it is create and replace only. Sorry for the confusion. Wherever you see the replace, okay, it will replace the temp view. It will not throw an error. Okay. And create temp view, it will create Spark table which can be accessed across multiple Spark session. If we try to create the same view again, it will throw an error. Okay. So wherever we don't have create or replace, it will throw an error if we try to create that again. Okay. And the difference between global temp view and only simple temp view is the normal temp view is accessible only for that particular Spark session, and global temp view is accessible across multiple Spark sessions. Okay. Have a look at this. Okay. I hope this will make sense. Okay. And now see this temp view, how to access that as a SQL. Okay. So I have employee as temp view. I'll just write normal SQL query, select star from employee one. Simple. I'll have to write display here in Databricks. If we see, it will work as normal SQL, right? So this is how we convert data frame to Spark table. Now have to convert Spark table to data frame that we have already seen. I'll just explain that again. Okay. If you can remember, if you can recall, please recall, right? Now, okay. So we have this Spark table that is created. If I want to create the data frame out of this, what I'll do, Spark dot read dot table employee one. Right? Simple. This table I have converted to data frame. Okay. empdf dot display. Right? Yes. There are two more ways we have already seen. I'll just explain again. So here we have used spark dot read dot table. Now what I'll do use spark dot table employee one, right? So this has created a data frame dot display, right? There is one more way we have already seen. Maybe if you can try to recall empdf2 equal to simple spark dot SQL select star from employee one. Okay. If I try to display empdf2, I'll see the same data, right? empdf2. So generally we use spark.table, okay, to create a data frame out of table or spark.read.table, right? And this, let me put it here. Okay. This is one way. This is second way. And this is third way, right? Okay. So generally we use these two. Okay. And create or replace temp view, create or replace global temp view, we use based on the requirement, right? Fine. Okay, fine. So we have seen What are transformations and actions in PySpark? Transformations are lazy, actions are not. Okay. We have seen higher level data, higher level APIs are interconvertible. Okay. We can convert a data frame to Spark table. Okay. And also we can convert Spark table to data frame. Okay. Those who are comfortable working with data frame can work in data frame. Those who are comfortable working with Spark table, SQL, they can continue working in SQL. Fine. And that everything for this session. If you feel this is useful, do like, share, and comment. If you feel there can be some improvement, do let me know in comment section. Okay. Thank you so much. See you in next session.